Welcome. We are going to see part 2 of chapter 1, real numbers. We already knew irrational numbers and rational numbers together form real numbers, and it is represented in the form of capital R. So we are going to see some important topics in this chapter. We will start with some basic topics like prime number, composite number, what is co-prime numbers, and the meaning of factorization. Later on, we will move towards fundamental theorem of arithmetic, prime factorization method, and least common multiple and highest common factor. First, let us recall prime numbers. What is prime number? Prime number is a whole number which is greater than 1. We can also say it as prime number is a natural number which is greater than 1. And its factors are 1 and the number itself. So, we can see 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 are the prime numbers. So, if the number has more than 2 factors, it is said to be a composite number like 4, 6, 8, 9 and so on. So, we have to specifically find here that 2 is the only even prime number and 4 is the smallest composite number. For example, let us consider 24. It has totally 8 number of factors in it. Hence, it is a composite number. And did you think here what is 1 is? 1 is neither prime nor composite. Now, let's see what is co-prime numbers. A pair of numbers which has the common factor as only 1. So it cannot be cancelled out further and it do not have any common factors. Now let us see what is factorization means. It is that when we consider a large number, we can divide that into a small numbers. When multiplying these small numbers, you will get the original large number. So this method is called as factorization. Now let's move on to the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So what it states is that a composite number can be expressed in terms of the product of the prime numbers. So this is a very unique method. Hence it is also said as unique factorization theorem. Prime factorization falls under the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. When we are going to divide a large number into smaller numbers using the prime numbers alone, then it is said to be in prime factorization. For example, I have given 3 numbers here, 92, 510 and 5400. It is all written in terms of the product of the prime numbers, and this is called as prime factorization. Now let's understand LCM and HCF. LCM means least common multiple and HCF means highest common factor. It is also said as greatest common divisor. So first let's see HCF. What is HCF? How do we find it? It is just the product of the common prime factors to the smallest power. And LCM means you have to find the product of each prime factor with the greatest power. So I have given 2 examples here. One, I have considered the complete prime number and other the mixed numbers. So the prime numbers here 17, 23 and 29 has the common factor as 1. Hence the HCF is always 1 in this particular problem. And the next problem I have solved it step by step. Look into it. When you analyze both the problems, you find that always LCM is greater than HCF. So remember this, it will be useful in word problems based on LCM and HCF. Let us see some problems to understand the concept better. In the first problem, P is given as the product of P cube with Q and Q as the product of PQ to the whole power 2. Now we have to find the LCM, that means least common multiple. So the common multiple here is P and its highest power is cube. And next is Q is also then common multiple, hence we have to consider Q and its highest power is 2. So the answer for the LCM P, Q will be P cube into Q square. In the second problem, they have given the length, breadth and height of the hall. So you have to find the longest ruler that will fit into the hall. So now the key word and the clue word is the longest. So you have to find the HCF of that particular length, breadth and height. You will get the answer. Here they have given in meters, so convert it into centimeters, then calculate the HCF. And final answer, you again have to convert it from centimeters to meters. In most of the problem, HCF will be found when the question has the words like greatest, largest, and that is how you have to find out from the question. We will see two problems based on LCM, word problems. So here the keywords I have highlighted here. In the first problem, the minimum distance is the keyword. So you have to find the LCM in order to find the answer. And the next problem, you have to watch keenly here. Find the smallest number which leaves the remainder 8 and 12 when divided by 28 and 32. Here there are two major keywords. One is the smallest and the second is the divided by. When you get this type of combinations, you have to definitely find the LCM. Then apply some logic to solve the problems. Final topic is the relationship between LCM and HCF. So the formula is given here. So you can use this formula if the two numbers, that is the positive integers, are given. If there is a 3 or more positive integers and if they ask you to find LCM and HCF, you cannot use this formula. Meanwhile, if the given number is in the form of fraction, you cannot use this formula. So here, what is the relationship between LCM and HCF is that the product of HCF and LCM will be equivalent to the product of the given number. So I have given an example here. Look into it. LCM you have to find. They have given the value of HCF and you also know both the numbers, that is 306 and 657. So it is very simple that the LCM is the product of these two numbers divided by the given HCF. That will give you an answer, that is 22338. Hope this video will be useful to you.